All right. So you guys wake up a lot later than normal, mostly because most of the casters had to just relax for the full 8 in order to get their spells back.
At least we didn't get attacked by orcs this time.
Yay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go focus on spells. I go off and meditate behind a tree.
You have your choice.
Yes. I pick a pretty one.
She touches all the trees and the one that feels the most nature-y.
Does nature get less nature-y?
Yep, yeah.
Okay, so you guys prepare your spells. You ready to head out?
We could make the argument that nature could be murderous, such as the purple musk and assassin vines.
That is true.
Yeah, that's
Fair.
less nature-y.
But does alignment really affect nature?
Actually, roll d20.
Oh, God.
Or is that
make
the
this fun.
most nature-y because nature is kill or be killed?
That is true. I rolled a 14.
Call high or low in your favor.
Oh, dear God. Hi.
You see a tree that's not very nature-y.
Oh, no.
Oh fuck! It's a sus emergency meeting.
So for sorcerers, so I haven't focused for the hour right now. Does that mean
Technically, it's 15 minutes.
Oh, it's only 15 minutes for sorcerers?
Yep.
Fancy. Okay, so haven't done the 15 minutes yet. Does that mean I have 0 spells, or I have what I had yesterday?
That's a weird semantic
So
I know.
question.
Here's how we're gonna do it. Don't cheese the system.
No, yeah, I'm just, like,
So,
if we were to
technically,
get ambushed right now...
You would have what you have yesterday.
Okay.
But if you do the whole like, oh boy, no, just no.
I'm
no.
not going to abuse the system,
I know you're
but
not.
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Cast Mage Armor now, then rest the 15
Yeah,
minutes, then
no.
you don't use the spell for Mage Armor.
Yeah, no.
That's awful. No, I didn't even think... Stop it!
That's exactly what I'm avoiding.
Stop
here.
it! Bad.
I'm just suggesting that.
No! No broken suggestions. Bad. I kind of like glance at the tree.
Roll knowledge nature.
God fucking damn it. 7.
I take back what I said earlier. It looks like an apple tree.
Is that the only apple tree we've seen in like...
No, I mean like you've seen some,
Oh, okay.
Guys, we found the Garden of Eden.
but there's just a single apple tree right there.
I go over to the apple tree and I meditate under it. Because I'm like, I like apples. So I meditate for 15 minutes.
Apple falls in your lap.
Why do you have to abuse the fact that I don't metagame?
Not abusing it.
Take a bite of it, my dear.
I'll like shine it and I'll like clean it. Does it look like a good apple?
It's a yellow and red apple.
Okay. I have a dagger, so I'll like cut it in half.
Roll a dex check.
Oh my god. I rolled a 1.
Oh, yay! All right. So you go to cut the apple, and you kind of like slip when you do, and you kind of like cut yourself, but at the same point, when you cut this apple in half, like half of it kind of like sticks into your hand, and you kind of like pull it out, and when you do, you realize the center of this apple is hollow. It just has spikes, and one of them has dug directly into your skin.
Oh.
Make a fortitude.
What the fuck? $14.
You become insatiably hungry.
What the fuck is happening? It was a joke!
Okay, well that apple obviously
Make a
isn't
will save.
an apple. is obviously not. It's hollow. It's hollow. 19.
Okay, you're okay. You're suddenly feeling like this insatiable hunger, and like you fight off the urge to literally eat this thing in your hands.
I take out my rations and just start like eating all my rations.
You are eating them like ferociously.
Does anyone notice me?
Are we able to? That's the real question. Do you happen to say fuck when you cut yourself?
Yeah, I mean, I would.
You guys hear a fuck.
I'd like peer around a tree.
I'm just like
look at her.
digging through my bag and like unwrapping all my rations and just like eating.
She's like
all of them.
eating like she hasn't eaten in like weeks.
I
You
like
found a tree.
I like walk over to her, and I'll like not like sneakily, but like so that, and then maybe everybody else can hear like, "Hey, are you doing okay there, Vera?"
I'm so fucking hungry, and I'm like, I'm really, really hungry.
Do you wanna come back? I have more meat.
Yeah.
We could
No,
frag
yeah.
some of the deer.
Yeah,
Can
we still have plenty of deer.
Can we cook that up? Because I'm like, I'm not gonna have enough rations. I only have like one more.
How many did you bring out here?
Like 4.
How many did you have yesterday?
3. Wait, 4? Because we ate deer.
So you ate 3 of them just now?
Yeah.
Why?
I'm really fucking hungry. I told you.
I mean, you're right beneath a perfectly good apple tree. We can gather some.
Who has knowledge of nature other than her?
I have some because of survival. But that's it.
Do you have a rank in it?
No, well, you get +2 from doing the survival.
Oh, okay.
So-
All right.
And I roll for it
No.
as well.
Do you have knowledge nature?
Which is the
No, I
same
have
thing I do.
survival.
Oh, well, go ahead.
Let's see what I get. For survival, I got
No,
15.
Knowledge nature, not
I don't-
survival.
I do not have
You get
knowledge
plus
nature.
2. You get +2 from having
Yeah,
more
whatever
than
you
5
roll,
ranks in
roll
survival.
+2.
Well, then 11.
Yeah, you have no idea. It's
Would it fall under bardic knowledge?
No.
There's
Okay.
Vera. Look behind you. There's a perfectly good tree. It's got apples in it.
Bosgrim.
Yeah, also
I just like yell like
It also fucking-
Bosgrim.
It also poked me, so I won't. Those apples are kind of funky, but I'd rather just eat something else.
Can I pick up the one that she dropped?
Yeah.
I'd like motion to it too.
I pick it up and examine it.
Roll
The
dex.
hell? I do it gingerly.
The dex check.
What am I adding to it? Just my dex?
Yep.
14.
You're good. So you pick it up, and what you see is like it's this. It looks like an apple on the outside, but it's been cut open, and on the inside, you notice that it's barbed. Like the center is literally just like spiky barbs from the outside. So if you were to bite into this thing, like as an apple, it'd probably pierce the roof of your mouth.
Oh god.
Oh god, that is a fucked up torture device. I like it.
Bosgrim.
We got something
What?
over here.
I break open my 4th ration.
I'm
pack.
still doing spells.
Vera's gonna eat all our food before then.
Then fucking cook the 20 pounds of deer meat.
I'm including that.
That's
Oh.
impressive.
The 20 pounds of deer meat. I have 45 minutes left.
Let him
Figure
focus.
something out. I
Okay,
blew my
Vera.
spells.
Vera, come sit down.
Go make her
Here's-
breakfast.
Here's
I'm gonna
some.
I'm gonna
Which
check
is
out.
really sad
Last
because I
night
had
was
Restoration Lesser prepared yesterday that I had to swap Procure mods to heal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check out this tree.
It's a tree.
I go and like step up to it, put my ear to it, and like knock on it. I knock on wood.
It's a tree.
I
Now I'm actually hungry. I'll be right back.
I pick up another apple if there's any other one that's on the ground.
Yeah.
I cut that open with my axe. Because I don't want to touch it by hand.
Okay, you cut it open. Same thing.
Smash.
They're all. Yeah, I don't like this tree. I'm gonna use my dwarven war axe. I'm gonna take my time and cut it down.
Okay.
However,
It's gonna take you like hours.
that's fine. Well, actually, I have a better plan. I'm gonna do as much as I can within like the 45 minutes, but I'm going to gather like a dozen of them for any enemies of our own.
Apple grenades.
No, like just people fuck with us. Here, you want an apple?
What's your alignment?
Neutral good.
That's not a neutral good thing to do.
Well, like let's
I'm
say
gonna
we
feed you fucking barbed apples that seem to be laced with some sort of poison.
Because you fucked with me. That's chaotic neutral.
That's fucking evil.
I'd say
If
chaotic
anything,
neutral.
it's if people.
Snow White and the
fuck
Seven
with me.
Dwarves. What the fuck does the witch do?
I'm saying best case scenario, chaotic neutral.
It's fucking evil.
Because you messed with me, then I messed with you. That's just how it goes.
I give you a poison-laced apple with barbs.
You really fucked with me.
No.
I fuck with you.
It's the natural term. Fuck around and find out.
You have to remember you're naturally chaotic. That's a very chaotic thing to be saying.
And it's not like I'm gonna just give it to like any like person on the street. No. Like if these half orcs, like I'm thinking like if we run into the half orcs and they take us prisoner.
Brina,
What?
torture is not a good aligned thing. There is no debate on that. What you're feeding them is fucking torture. It'd be the equivalent of, hey, here's glass that I put into candy. Eat it.
I didn't put it in there. I just gathered it.
That's the same fucking...
Here's this
Hey,
rat
if they're gonna
laced
ambush
chocolate.
us and take our shit, it's their
Brina,
fault. They're gonna fuck
You
around.
can take
What?
these apples, but the second you give somebody a poison-laced apple with barbs in it, we're having a discussion on your alignment. That's up to you. I don't care, but you can talk shit all you want. The second you give someone one of these things, for any reason, we
Why?
gotta have a discussion about your alignment. There is no good person in this world that's gonna be like, oh man, you cheated me on my taxes? Here, have a barbed apple with poison. What the fuck?
Unless she has it as a trap within her bag, so that way they rifle
Yeah.
through her bag. Apple, ooh, yummy.
That's what the basic idea is.
That's
Like,
not what you said.
Imagine we get arrested and a guard goes through it.
oh hey, bitch got apples. Let's make some. Let's bite. Yeah.
Next time we summon a unicorn, oh, apples.
Oh no!
No.
Don't
that's
eat
just
my
bad.
fucking apples. Keep out of my fucking bag.
I don't
That's
think
what
Brina
it's
can-
basically
I don't
for.
think Brina can play a good character. Literally everything that she said in the past like minute is like, it's just none of it is good. You can
That's
argue it
bad.
however you want. Okay, fine. Like that's at best neutral. At best.
Yeah.
I am neutral, motherfucker.
No, you are neutral. Good. The terminology of good is combined with that first one.
You'd be like chaotic neutral.
Yeah.
That is the fuck around and find out attitude. That is literally what chaotic neutral is. It's fuck around and find out. Neutral good's like, I give you the benefit of the doubt. You're a good, like, we tried to do the right thing here. Not, hey, I have poisoned apples in there. Fuck around, find out. There's one real one. So you gather them. There's like a dozen easily.
So she's still like stuffing her face.
Oh yeah.
Do you
I
have
hand
any rations?
I hand her another ration and I go over it and I go run over to Leovar.
I like tear into
He's
it.
sleeping.
Leovar. People
Start
are going.
cooking, for the love of fuck.
People are going crazy. I need your
I'm not.
help.
I'm not going
Why
crazy.
aren't you cooking?
Like
I'm
literally,
distracting
the
No, just wait. I'm distracting her. Leovar.
I will come
I
and
like
cook.
whisper into your
Holy
ear. I
shit.
need you to tie up Vera. She's gonna make herself pop. She's eating so much food.
He kind
No,
of looks
for
up with
sure.
like a confused expression. What?
And I like point over at her, and she's like covered in crumbs from rations.
I wouldn't be covered in crumbs.
It
That's
goes,
wasting food.
no, it goes like that. That's her 5th ration in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, she probably would throw up.
And I
Of
go
course.
and trot back over to her,
Yeah,
and
do I feel nauseous or anything?
Uh-uh.
Oh God.
I go over to her and I hand her another ration.
I
Here you go. Okay,
Hang
I'll start
on,
up.
I will get started on the food.
I'll start up a
Leovard,
fire.
don't eat these. Don't eat the apples.
Okay. Hey, Vera, come here. I have day rations.
She just like pops up and.
All right. He literally
Over.
just, as you grab for the day rations, he takes out a rope and literally just hog ties you. He's, what is it from? Okay.
What?
All right,
What?
I'm going back to sleep.
What?
Just lays down.
No, I'm hungry.
Shh, it's okay. You're broken.
I'm not broken. I'm hungry. Isn't a girl allowed to be hungry?
You're getting dangerously close to eating the weight of your arm.
What? That's oddly specific, and I don't like that. Just. He said he had a day ration. Are you cooking?
Yes, hang on, woman.
No, we're not. I just
I haven't
get
had
her eyes.
breakfast
Why?
yet.
You've had enough.
I still
No!
want breakfast. Fuck you. Cook some deer.
No, that's just you've had enough food.
Jess, make another save.
Oh no.
Oh, what kind of save?
Just another fort.
12.
Okay, you're still hungry. You're famished. You're starving.
I'm starving. Please.
And-
Hang
I
on.
need more food.
You've had plenty.
Just like the jerky from a ration. Come on. Come on.
No.
Why?
You're gonna. I'm surprised you haven't thrown up yet.
I'm hungry.
I'm not. That's not normal.
I'm not used to
hungry.
hiking. That must be it. I'm just tired.
We've-
Especially after we
we-
got attacked yesterday.
We've been walking forever, and now you decide to eat through like 5 days
Usually I'm
worth
in
of
my
rations.
wagon. I'm in my wagon. I don't normally walk this much. It's only with you guys that I walk this much. So let me eat.
You already did. You ate all of your food plus some of mine.
Yeah, but there's
Yeah, blah, 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 blah,
a
blah.
whole deer
Oh,
that
blah,
you
blah,
guys
blah,
brought
blah,
back.
blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you ate a lot of food.
Can I try to get out of the rope?
Roll an escape artist. You're gonna need a really good one though, because Leovard rolled really well.
I got a 14.
He got a nat 20 on his escape bar, and now he's just rope. He was literally like, "You woke me up."
Fuck
Blah,
you.
blah, blah. I'm going back to bed.
Use shibari art on you.
Oh my god.
I like because Leovar's like asleep right there. I'm gonna grab her and like drag her to the side so that
This
she's
is
not like
rude.
waking up Leovar.
He appreciates.
I just start yelling. Like Vera would just start yelling. Like, I need food. I'm hungry.
Then
Leovard like rolls over. He pulls out some wax.
I take out some
puts
soap.
it in his ear.
Oh no, I was saying I take out some soap. I have a bar. I have like.
Yeah, he just
found
takes out
soap.
some wax and he just puts it in his ears.
If
And
you put that in my fucking mouth,
You wanted food, don't you?
I
You wanted food. Don't
will fireball you when I get free.
Shh.
Real food.
You need to be quiet.
No,
There are.
I am not a fucking child.
Do you need?
I am older than you are.
Our cleric
Barely.
is trying to focus. Shut up.
like,
Shut the fuck up.
damn it! I just need 30 minutes. 30 goddamn minutes!
Shut up. Start cooking breakfast. I'll fix it when I can.
I'm cooking
Suck
breakfast.
a dick.
Okay, fine. We'll do it the water skin way. I take my water skin and I like, jam it in her mouth. Shh, I'm
Leovar's
sorry.
I'm
asleep.
working on breakfast.
He
Focus
would-
on your fucking
He would help
spells.
you, but he's asleep. He put earwax or he put wax in his ears. He's out.
I'm sorry. And I like pat your head. I'm sorry, Ben. I'm sorry.
I am glaring daggers at you.
I'm
Like
sorry.
murder will happen.
Something clearly happened to you that has
Murder.
made you irrational.
Okay, so after about 20 minutes of this, you finally calm down, and you feel it. You like your hunger subsides, but immediately upon your hunger subsiding, you puke.
So you like puke up the water. I didn't like tie it around her. I just
No,
like jammed it in her mouth.
it literally just projectile vomit.
Oh Oh, that's so uncomfortable. And I'm tied up too. Like,
Yeah.
just,
Make sure she's on her side.
Oh yeah, she's on her side.
Upon hearing the projectile vomit, Leovar kind of like, God.
Well, there's all of our rations.
He comes over and he just kind of like unties you, and he's just like, all right, and he pats you on the back. Let's go clear out the rest of this.
Don't eat the apples, please. That's what started it.
All right. So Leovar walks you behind a tree, and just kind of goes like, he uncorks something, and he's like, "This is gonna be awful, but it's gonna help clear out whatever the fuck is going on."
what the fuck is it?
Don't ask. Really, don't ask.
I just take it and I just...
It is awful.
Oh, God.
It is like drinking gasoline,
What the fuck?
but you drink it and it immediately makes your stomach kind of like, and it just,
Oh, God.
whatever was in there, it's coming out.
I'm gonna
Like
be
3
hungry
pounds
again.
of food.
Yeah? Yeah? So, yeah. I need a fucking river.
Oh god,
God.
that's the worst because now your fucking rib cages are gonna ache afterwards. You might get exhausted from that.
You're just fatigued right now. You just feel like life is awful.
Hey, it's okay.
What is
Dad.
that fucking tree?
Oh,
Don't know.
Cut it down.
Soon to be on fire.
we don't need to alert everybody to our location. Just
That's why I said cut it down.
that's very loud.
Yeah, and lighting it on fire will definitely alert the orcs.
Yeah, just it's okay. We'll just
It'll
not
alert
eat.
them to where we were.
Let's just not eat any more apples from weird trees. There are lots of poisonous things out there.
Fine.
It looks like a normal apple.
I will throw away the apples that I gathered. Jeez.
Please.
Okay.
No apples.
Do
We're
you
gonna
throw
step-
them in the fire, or do you throw them just away?
I feel like throwing them in the fire is the worst idea, so I'm just gonna...
They like explode when they get heated up.
Oh, God. Just
Actually
send this.
interested to see what would happen if they are lit on fire.
Okay, you throw the apples away. Food's ready. As the noises finally stopped, you're done.
I just go lay on my bedroll again. Just like...
I present deer meat.
I like
I like make like a... No. Not right now.
Aren't you hungry?
I'm gonna be famished again later.
I go run back over to my little area.
I will make sure that a fireball lands on your fucking head in next combat.
I'm sorry. I did it for your own good.
You're cruel. We've already
Please
had this
don't.
conversation.
Please don't. I'm usually next to him.
I'll make sure you're not there.
I'm sorry.
But
like
if
I
it
said,
lands on his head,
you were. I mean, she was going to eat herself to death. She was eating so much food. Just,
Yeah,
You
it
didn't
sounds
have
like
to
he just
threaten
helped
me
you.
with soap.
that was to get you to be quiet, and then I forgot I had the empty water skin. That's all that was.
Leovar just kind of goes, "Here's some water. I
Put
don't have
some-
anything other than a day ration, but
I hand out some of the deer. Anybody want it? I cooked it for no fucking
yes,
reason,
I
man.
am eating the deer.
Well, everyone else eats breakfast.
shred the veal."
Yeah.
I made a bad joke.
I have some too.
Would you say that's like 5 pounds of meat for all of us?
Sure. You each have 1 pound veal burgers.
There is no good, very bad morning.
I've never seen so much puke in all my days. That's a lot.
Leovar kind of goes, "I don't know. Trough champs."
Well, yeah, no, this looks like more than that. Well, it's chunkier, I should say.
Oh, God, can we stop
Like,
talking
look at the
about
shape.
that? I go walk off into the forest like 20 feet.
I
I don't suggest that. The last time you did that, you tried to eat yourself to death. With
I was literally 10
apparently
feet away from
spined
camp.
apples.
I was literally 10 feet away from camp.
Yeah, you're doubling that. Imagine what else could go wrong.
It almost looks like an owl bear. Like, look at the shape. See right there? The
Stop it.
eyes and...
Stop it.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you try to defend yourself against you being cruel, I want you to remember this and really consider that. And really consider your sadistic streak.
What part of that was being cruel?
I told you to stop, and you explicitly didn't listen to me, and you continued.
For what?
Shutting up about the fucking vomit.
Oh, sorry. I just wasn't paying attention.
I go into my bedroll and like
Are
roll over
we-
away from them and like
are-
pull it over my head.
Are we good to go now that I'm done with my spells and food?
I think she's okay.
I'm fine. Just finish eating and then we'll go.
Do you need some tea for your stomach?
I'd rather just get going. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm ready to go. Do you guys head out?
Yep.
All right. So you guys head north.
Yeah, basically now just due north.
Yep, just head out due north. All right, so you guys travel for most of the day, and you get to a point where you see the forest kind of becomes a little bit more thick. Like, you notice that the trees' density here is actually getting... The trees here are bigger, the canopies are a lot more dense, and even when the sky is... Or even when the sun's out, you're getting a lot less light down here, because the trees are just... There's layers of trees canopy here. It's pretty big. You guys continue?
Yeah, we don't...
What are you looking for exactly?
I'd imagine tracks of some kind. Any kind of...
Brina, roll D20 survival.
Okay. How much do I add to for my tracking skill?
Just add your survival.
Okay. Let's see. We got a total of... Oh, I got a nat 20 for 26 in total.
Cool. So you can totally see that the tracks here are getting thicker. There are lots of orc tracks from... After you reach a certain point, you're actually starting to see orc tracks and trails. And you can tell that there is certainly a heavy presence of orcs in the area that you are entering.
Tell them to hold up. We're now officially within the orcs' hunting range. I would suggest if you guys have any spells to help prep for that, pop them now.
Yeah, I'll cast Mage Armor.
None that's gonna last long enough to matter.
Oh, I do have a pass without a trace potion. I only have one. Who would like that? I can pass with easily fine.
That won't really help if only one of us has it.
Yeah.
Well,
It would be better for scouting, so either you or Leovar.
Leovar,
There goes, I can, but how long does it last?
it's an hour.
I mean, I'll take it, but let's try not to use it quite yet.
Yeah. Just, it's an option if we need to make a breakaway or if we need to separate.
Oh yeah, sure thing.
Okay.
Right, you guys continue?
Yeah, I would say real quick though, Leovar, if we do run into any orcs, if you can try to talk
I'll do my
to
best,
them.
but
Just
orcs are
see if-
not generally creatures that like to talk, so...
No, very true. But if we see some like the ones that night, then
Like I said,
hopefully...
I'll do what I can, but orcs aren't necessarily the talky type. They're more of the kill it and ask questions later type.
True.
Well, let's see what we can
See,
do.
I had tongues prepared yesterday, but I swapped it to neutralize poison today for someone.
That wasn't me. I wasn't the one that was like, oh, the trees are naturey. And then decided to play on that. I had to
As
play
your
dumb.
DM, I appreciate that.
still fireballing you.
And as the cleric,
We had
You know what? Take
I
letter of
prepared
experience.
accordingly.
Wait, I
hog
already
tied
have.
apple.
I have BS, so P for poisoned. What kind of
A
apple
for
was
apple.
that? Ha.
I mean, in character, you guys don't know.
Well, yeah, in character we don't know.
Isn't that a real life thing?
I know what those are, sort of, because Trevor.
Yes, I've heard about it before.
No, it's something I built for this world.
Oh, okay,
God.
it's something that sounded familiar. Where it's like, yeah, it's like you bite into it, it hurts you, but then you become insatiably hungry for it, and you continue to eat it until you die.
Oh, I remember hearing something about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In this world, it's something I created. It's called a blood apple.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was.
Ugh.
Pretty cool.
Not to
Not
be
gonna
confused
lie.
with blood oranges.
I like it. I think it's cool.
That was neat. I just wish it didn't happen to my character.
That is
If you
very
hadn't-
fair.
If you hadn't rolled the
Technically,
one on the
your
thing.
dad in the other party, he was the one who made wine out of these.
These are the things that he made.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
Wait, he was able to make wine from these? That's
Yep.
impressive. How did that not kill
It's like
people?
eating pufferfish or the other like super
No,
poisonous
exactly.
fish.
That's why it was
yeah.
a super high quality rare wine. Like your dad learned how to make it. It's a very
That's-
specialized wine.
Legit.
Mm.
I miss Kale.
So it's like a wine that makes you crave more wine.
No,
Not
you
literally.
extract the
I'm sure you get
poison.
rid of it,
Like
yeah.
you don't use the barbs. You use the apple itself is still delicious. It's just all the bits inside that want to kill you.
Fair. All right. So I assume we keep heading forward, probably trying to be a little bit more discreet, as much as the non-roguey ones of us can be.
Yeah. Right. So you guys travel for a bit farther. At one point, Brina roll a hide check for me.
It's still not as bad as the Black Maw. Let's be serious.
Nothing's as bad as that.
True.
Okay.
But
26.
That's a place, even as a DM, I hate that place. And before anybody on the podcast wonders why a DM would make a space that he hates, I was asked by a player why I don't have XYZ in World. So I added XYZ to World to show my hate for XYZ.
and then the other party suffered.
Yeah, then the wrong people ran into the forest. You were warned
We were
several
warned
times
by
by
many
several
things.
different things.
Yeah.
Not my fault. I maintain. Anyways, Brina, you take a hiding spot behind some trees, and you can see what looks to be a small orc band. It looks like about 6 of them.
How far off are they?
About 30 feet.
Leovar?
Leovar kind of goes like, well, we're here to make friends, right?
There's 6 versus 2, and I make sure that the group knows, like, to stay, back enough.
Leovar just kind of goes like, let me try. Worst case scenario, we have to fight them.
Okay. Let me get into a position where you're at least have your back covered.
Sure. Appreciated.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Leovar steps out, and you guys can hear Orcish, Leovar's Orcish, because it doesn't sound so gruff. And you hear the orcs speak back. This goes on for a couple minutes. And you hear Leovar saying common to you guys. He's like, they said they're willing to talk to us, but they want us to give up our weapons.
I can't do that.
Well, they're orcs. Just give up your bow.
Yeah, they can't tell that you're magical.
I mean, worst case scenario, they betray us and you can just blow them up.
which is a fair point.
Wait, do they want to keep our weapons or just hold on to the weapons for now?
They said
My orc is a little rusty, but it sounds like they just want our weapons for now.
I'll put Wrath in my bag of holding.
Okay.
And I'll put my other bow on my back and my dagger on my hip, and I'll take those off. Yeah, we can give these up.
Wait, are we all walking up?
I'm hesitant, but
If we want to talk with them, that's what they said. So
I put rock cross in my quiver of Alona, but put down my axe and shield because nobody get rock cross from me.
I'll take off my bastard sword, my longbow, and my war hammer, and my 2 throwing axes.
I'm keeping my shield.
Yeah, I'll have my
Sure,
shield.
that's not a weapon, quote unquote. So yeah, I guess we'll step out from behind the trees, and I'll like hold up the dagger and like my bow like out in front of me, and I'll set them down.
okay. The orcs, like one orc comes up and he takes off like this. He has like a backpack, more or less. It seems pretty empty, and he just takes the weapons and throws them in there and throws them over he throws it over his shoulder, and then one of them grunts and walks, and then you see 2 orcs kind of like get behind you guys, and they kind of like shoo you forward.
Oh dear. We've just willingly become captured.
Yay.
What was that?
It was all broken.
And you wonder why I wanted those fucking apples for?
I don't know if those would necessarily be handy in this situation, but
I don't know if
possibly.
they would
Yeah.
help the situation.
No, but you fuck with my shit, you're gonna find out.
So I guess we go along. We don't have an option now.
Okay.
I mean,
So you guys
you
spend.
still have fireball.
Yes, I know that, but I mean, like, we're not gonna just leave now that we get to talk, hopefully.
Why can't we talk right here, right now?
Because these ones don't speak common.
That's
I'm hoping
what,
that a leader of theirs does.
that's what Leovar's here for, to talk for us.
Leovar's not the talk. We don't want him to talk.
Yeah.
So, we go.
Right. You guys spend the rest of the day traveling with this orc war band. They seem to be taking a very particular path, and as they continue, you notice like another band kind of joins up with them. So now there's like 12 of these guys, and they make camp at the night.
Okay. And I would just, when the other one joins, I would ask, just to, like, looking at all of them, does anyone speak common here?
Nobody answers you.
Cool. That's what I thought. I was just double checking. Well, I look at Leovar and then like the rest of the group. I feel oddly safer than if we were just camping alone, because now we're with the orcs, so we won't be ambushed.
No, they'll
by
just slit
them.
our throats in the middle of the night.
If they wanted to kill us, they would have a long time ago. This is a lot of effort.
All right. So nighttime comes. The orcs set up these. They set up like 2 big fires, and they seem to be cooking boar. And at one point, one of the orcs comes by, and they just have like a wooden pallet with meat on it, and he just sets it near your group. He doesn't like hand it to you guys. He just sets it near your group, and then they walk off. The orcs kind of give you your space. Like they're not like surrounding you or anything, but they do seem to keep a very close eye on you.
Fair. They're respectful enough, it sounds like,
Yeah.
while being very wary. Alright. Cool. So, I'll eat some of the boar meat. My stomach's probably finally settled now after a day of walking.
It's not that great. It's overcooked and kind of,
Icky.
yeah. But I mean,
We still got deer, so
Yeah.
You can cook some of that deer and trade with them, at least show,
A little bit, yeah. Yeah. We could do that.
well, they don't let you near their fires.
Oh, they don't let us near the fire. Okay.
No.
doesn't
Okay.
seem like they're preventing us from making our own. However,
No, if you guys make your own fire, that's fine. If you guys approach them, they just kind of like, and Leo just basically tells you, he's like, they don't want you near them.
Fair. So, yeah. Make our own fire, cook a little bit, offer a little bit to them. I imagine.
They eat it. Well, one of them literally picks up and just. All right. So you guys sleep. Next morning,
Are we dead?
you're fine.
My shit gone.
Just the shit you gave them. Like you don't have that, but
I gave my sword and shield. Or my
they-
axe and shield.
Do they let us prepare in the morning?
casting.
Or like pray or whatever?
When they get up, they start get moving.
It's,
So-
I mean, just
Can
just
I-
Right side, we didn't waste anything.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'm only down one spell, so we're good. So I guess we keep moving with them.
All right. So you spend the rest of the day kind of traveling, and by the end of day, probably around like 3, 4-ish, you guys reach this fucking huge ass settlement. Like huge. We're talking like hundreds of orcs live here. There are these giant walls of wood that have been erected, like obviously built, and there's a giant wooden gate. And when you get to the gate, it kind of like, it's a very simple like rolling gate. It opens, and when you walk in, there are just tons of tents. Nothing's laid out like in particular, like in a certain way, but there are these large tents and some built one, like nothing's uniform. It's whatever you get, you know, you build it, cool. And they lead you up to this very large wooden building, and it's actually really big, like far bigger than you would imagine that it could be, and it's built with oak and timber that are fucking massive. And there are orcs all over the place here, and as you're walking down the street, there are orcs kind of growling and snarling at you, but the ones with you are just kind of just walking.
Are these orcs the ones, do they look like the ones that ambushed us on the way into Woodguard? Like, do any of them have like...
Some of them do, not all of them. There
Okay.
are some that have it, but not.
And some of them are kind of just like regular orcs we've seen before?
Yeah, and the ones that you've seen before are specifically not standing out in the sunlight. Like, they're kind of... There's not a
More
bunch of
hidden away.
orcs
Yeah.
running around right now. Just the ones that are out.
Yeah. Or have a place to go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or they're wearing that weird band thing with their eyes.
Alright, well, I don't know how we're gonna get out of this one if we need to get out of this one, but we found the encampment.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they honored their word.
We're gonna find out.
All right. So as you get to this big building, you can see that there are 2 very large orc guards out front, and they are fucking decked. Like, these guys are no joke. Like, they obviously are not your standard run-the-mill orc. And you guys get lit in. And as you get lit in, you can see that there's this really, really large... It's just an open floor plan. There's not many walls or anything else like that. There are several large fire pits that are going, and it's actually keeping this entire building like really, really warm. And there are what look to be kind of like different orcs performing different customs and things like that. You notice that there's a lot of immediately off to your right, you can see that there is like scarring going on, where they're actually like digging into the skin and making different things into the skin. You also notice that there are lots of different bones and kind of like creature trophies plastered around on the wall, helmets, you name it. And on top of that, there is what looks to be a singular kind of like person in charge in the center of this room. However, on either side of them, you also notice that there are 2 more orcs. These orcs look very familiar. They look like the orcs that were standing at the battlefield.
Oh dear.
And one of them is just fucking massive. Like, he is
The
just,
armored one?
yeah, he is just massive. And yeah, so the orcs kind of like disperse a little bit, and they push you forward, like physically push you forward. And you're about like 40 feet away from this guy. And the biggest one kind of steps forward, and he's fucking just...
The leader or the...
It's the
knight?
guy on the right.
The armored one
Yeah.
that we've seen. Okay.
Yeah. He seems just absolutely, like, built, and he's wearing what looks to be possibly a very special armor. You're Elven, right?
Yes.
Roll d20.
11.
So he seems to be wearing something that was possibly Elven made at one point. It's been retrofitted to fit his body because obviously, well, it was built for an elf. But it's been refitted, and you notice that it's made out of a very, very fine material. Ez, roll d20 for me.
Rolled a 9. Am I adding anything?
Do you have craft armor?
Yes. Is it a metal material?
Yes.
Then it would be a 15 is my bonus, but I'm not actually crafting. 15, 9, 24.
He has a mithril breastplate.
Good God.
What the shit?
That's horrifying.
And he, when he approaches you, he has this spear. And you notice the spear is almost like, basically like platinum silver. And it has a very intricate design on it. However, Ezra, roll another craft armor check.
Ooh, I rolled a 17 that time. Armor or weapon? My weapon,
Weapon.
is lower, so a 29.
Okay. So you can see that the weapon that he has... Where'd it go? There it is. So the weapon he is holding looks to be obviously magical. However, you see that there is a centered crystal on the actual spearhead. And you've heard of these things, but they're basically like elven enchantment crystals. Very, very fucking rare.
What the fuck?
Yeah. I'm at least aware of them because of my line of work, correct?
Yeah, no, you've seen them before. It's just nobody knows how to make these things anymore, and nobody even knows how to set them, minus the elves. So,
Yeah, it's strange he has one.
yeah.
Very. As the larger orc approaches, I'd kind of give like a bow, and look at Leovar and then look at him. Do you happen to speak common?
In a very gruff voice, he responds with, "Yes."
Fantastic. We were hoping to be able to parlay with you rather than continuously fight this battle that you and the other town have been fighting for, it seems like, a little while now, a month about. And we were just wondering if you would be open to that sort of communication.
He looks at you for a second, and he just kind of goes, "Why would we parlay with those who caused this problem?"
Exactly. We're outsiders. None of us hail from the town.
Then you do not speak for the town,
No, but I do have
and you are not in charge.
I have sway with someone who just arrived to town that does have more way over the town. We just need to know what's going on. So if there's any
So
information...
you have no power.
We are the hand of someone who does have power.
He kind of like looks at you and looks back at one of the other people behind him, and just kind of goes like, "So they send their errand people to come talk to us."
There, I believe hand was not the correct term. I would say we're more the neck. For if they are the head, we, as the neck, turn them any way we choose.
He kind of
And that is why we're hired to delegate this.
"So if we kill you, we solve the problem, because that will remove the head."
Strictly speaking, I don't think we were actually sent by them at this current juncture.
Are you talking in character?
No, I'm saying that as like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
You're ruining
No,
my
I
thunder!
know.
Yeah, we were not sent to. Yeah, out of character, we were not sent here.
I know.
I forgot, I'm sorry, I forgot, fuck!
I know. No. Because more of us will just be hired to attempt to either fix or eliminate this problem, likely leading to ruin of both the town and an effect on your forces. And we are personally of the mind that if there is an issue, we would rather solve the issue for both sides than just slaughtering one another.
Cheap talk from Elf.
Unfortunately, it's what elves do. We were able to eliminate the plant down in the water system yesterday. And so we are capable of fighting as well, but for different solutions.
I know that.
I imagine. You were there at the battle the other night as well.
I don't want to talk to the elf. Somebody else speak.
That's okay. I look at my
I
party.
look at Asbrim or...
Wait, you look at
Wait,
yourself?
I look at
He
God.
Takes
holds
out
up his
mirror.
shield.
Who am I?
Has a mirror.
When will my reflection show who I am inside?
Yeah, I look over at Gar and just sort of shrug.
Yeah, we were sent out originally to the town in order to help with attacks that were happening, and then we found out that it was your clan attacking. I don't know if that's the original start of it all. We want to make sure that if you say that the village is what started it, what was it that happened? Because we're not made aware of that.
He looks at you funny for a second. If you don't know, it is because Elf lies to you.
The mayor of the town, the leader of the town,
She's one of them.
she's an elf, but she's not one of
Strictly
the.
speaking, she is from the southern elves. She is not.
She is Elf. She's the liar.
She was sent with us as well, and we have no real idea what is going on. We're from a group that hunts monsters, and we thought that was our initial intent coming up here. And, well, the city itself doesn't seem to know what's going on either. The previous mayor was an elf that has disappeared, and now we're here trying to pick up the pieces and figuring out what's going on.
He kind of looks confused for a second, and he kind of goes... He looks back at somebody, and you see somebody else kind of walk forward. And when they do, you see it's the other one that was kind of more cloaked and stuff. And when they approach, they take off their hood, and you can see it's actually a female orc. She's a lot smaller, but she has a staff and other stuff. And she's far more eloquent with her speech. And she kind of goes, "Brother, they may not know what's going on. That one is an elf. Liar. Elves are liars. We know this.
If you would like...
Not speaking to you. They may not know what's going on. A likely story from a liar elf.
Well, then, as a dwarf, may I ask what is going on?
Dwarves are no better.
I'm a gnome, and I have no idea what's going on.
You're a child. I'm confused.
Leovar, tap in.
Leovar kind of goes like, I didn't want to.
Well, you don't fall underneath any of these check marks.
Side note, DM doesn't want to have a big discussion with himself.
The long and short of it, we are not from this area. We are from many miles south of that city.
Then why are you here?
Because we were called for to hunt a monster. At least that's what we thought. And then we get to the town and find out it's being besieged by orcs.
It is being besieged by orcs because town makes our chieftain disappear.
Your chieftain disappeared
Yes.
as well.
The chieftain.
Father, gone, cause of elf. Points at her.
Was
Well,
the
the
elf a male of some description, silver hair?
He is old, fragile man.
Well, he has disappeared as well from the town. And we were sent, and now we're trying to figure out what happened to him as well.
he make our chieftain disappear. It is his fault. So
Yeah.
we raid town to find our chieftain.
So you have not seen the liar elf either?
No,
Allow me a question.
fine.
Your weapons are of a similar make to a blacksmith that lives within the town.
I do not carry such weapons. These weapons I have found on field.
Yours do not, but many of your men do.
Okay.
How did they come across those weapons?
He kind of shrugs. He looks at the woman. The woman kind of goes like, I'm sorry, what are you saying?
There's a half-orc blacksmith who lives and works in the town. When we killed the plant that was beneath the town, which I'm assuming that, at least from what it seems, the note we found on a few of the orcs that were sent down there to also rid that plant. They carried
Yes.
weapons that were made by this blacksmith.
She kind of shrugs. She goes, I know that our father had some sort of dealings with different merchants, but I don't know exactly who. And as far as the orcs, if they didn't make it, then my plan didn't work.
Vera, do you still have that letter?
Unfortunately, I don't.
Shit.
Wait, which letter?
So
I gave it
you
to
were
Leo
trying
Grill.
Oh,
the letter that they had, yeah. So you were trying to get rid of that plant also?
My goal was to try and rid that creature. There are many things going on right now, and unfortunately we're trying to handle them all. And at this point, the male speaks up and kind of goes, it is because of Elf. Elf started this problem. If we find Elf, we find problem, we eliminate it.
Well, you
It
should
is
be
because
happy.
of the Elf that this is happening.
May I say something?
What does happen?
Looks at you.
Would you allow me and this party a chance to assist you in maybe one of these items to show a gesture of good faith?
He kind of like, he kind of just like crosses his arms and stands up straight, and you see the female kind of like step forward, kind of goes like, it sounds like you don't exactly know what's going on, and neither do we. In all honesty, our father disappeared about a month ago. And ever since then, we've been trying to figure out what happened. When we sent people to talk to the town, they were attacked. So,
All right. Can I roll a sense motive?
yeah, go for it.
I need to get more. I need more intelligence so I can have more ranks and things. I got a 9.
Yeah.
The town is largely operating off of fear right now.
Well,
The
to be
ac-
frank, your mayor, or whoever they are in accordance to you, was last seen with our father. And when he disappeared, our father disappeared also.
That makes a lot more sense than what we knew so far. The town is currently convinced that their leader is missing because of you all. But we started to doubt the validity of that statement due to the half-orc being thrown into jail. We've been trying to free him, but with so much unknown and so much fear also caused by the purple musk plants poisoning their water supply. It was basically all orcs are bad, all orcs must die. And so we're trying to find a different avenue. It sounds like our main goal is the same right now because we are looking for the mayor, the leader of that town, and if we find him, it sounds like your father and your chieftain, there would be answers there as well.
It's possible, but we have not been able to find them.
I understand. We started down south at...
And there have been terrible beasts ravaging our woods since their disappearance.
And that's abnormal, I take it?
Yes, there is a very unnatural creature in the woods right now.
What does the creature look like?
It is a creature that is unlike anything I've seen before. It is something of a curse.
A curse?
Mm-hmm.
Where...
The big one kind of speaks up. It is a Marcodon.
I kind of like look at Leovar like,
Out
is
of
there a
character.
translation for that?
Out of character, was that? What knowledge does it fall under? For us to have a chance of finding it.
I mean, you probably have to know Orcish first.
Knowledge nature, actually.
Oh, okay. I get afraid. I
Did you get a 1?
yeah, I got a 1.
I attempted bardic and I was like, way off.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm unfamiliar with that creature.
He kind of speaks up again. He kind of goes, "It is a curse on land. It is one that can only be summoned when some terrible transgression has happened against the forest. Your elf must have done such transgression."
I mean, I was worried about that as soon as I heard this was a logging town. It's not a...
No, this is not as simple as cutting down trees. Cutting down trees can be replaced. This is something against forest itself. This is something against life itself. The Marcodon is not a creature that just merely appears. It is something when something has happened so terrible, the forest must come together and protect itself. The female steps in. She kind of goes, "We have only ever heard tales of such this creature, and the few that have seen it have either died or bore such wounds that they die later."
It doesn't have to deal with Fae at all, does it? Do you know?
She kind of shakes her head. She goes, "The Fae that I've spoken to haven't said anything to it, but it is a creature of the forest, but it is even one that the Fae fear."
Okay, so it seems like that's our priority number 1 here.
Yeah.
Marcodon cannot be hunted in traditional sense.
I imagine it.
If you do not know about it, then it would be wise to educate you on it.
If you would be so kind or allow us...
She goes, "Come to the fire." And you guys go.
Okay.
I assume you follow her.
Yeah.
So you come to
Yeah.
this large fire, and she pulls out. It's kind of grotesque, but she pulls out like this large organ. It's like intestines, and pulls out what looks to be like a liver, and puts in what looks to be like a hand of an orc. And then she puts it over the fire, and it starts to like bubble and mingle, and you see her add like different things to this pot, more or less, or this skillet, more or less. And you notice this magic kind of takes place, and it kind of like eats and destroys and manipulates and bubbles, and then it kind of like bursts forth, and you can see this image of this creature. This creature appears to be a creature that is a hybrid of several others. It has the front legs of a leopard with the back legs of an elk. Its tail appears to be much like that of a leopard's, however, it isn't spotted and is rather dark brown at the base, and by its tail's end is light brown. The body of this creature is large, probably bigger than a horse, but is very lean and strong. Its neck is long, like that of a snake's, but it has the distinct cobra flare along its neck, and it seems to kind of like jutter out. The creature's head appears that of a bear's, but with leopard eyes and spotted fur atop it. There are also a pair of very large elk antlers atop this creature's head, and it also sports 2 very large serpent fangs.
That's horrifying. And none of us have even heard of something like this, right?
No.
Yeah. That is...
She kind of goes, this is a Markodon.
That's nature crying out, that's for sure.
Where has this creature been spotted, though?
In the Heartwood. At least what we call the Heartwood.
Where is that in relation to here?
I take out the map that they had drawn before. We have this kind of simple map. Could you just... What do
Because
you...
it is not on that map.
It's further?
It's further east.
Alright. Well, that's
Further
where
east, you
that
say?
soldier said.
Yeah.
Alright.
It would be southeast from here.
Okay. Well,
For the sake of confirming, that's nowhere near the direction that the Strilex Empire guy pointed us in.
That is in that direction.
wouldn't it
that's
be
making sure.
northeast?
Did I say
We were
southeast
much
one?
farther south
Oh,
when we found him.
Yeah.
I apologize. It should have been.
It's northeast from the orc encampment, so it's like off the map.
Sorry,
right?
sorry. The north from the orc encampment. It's southeast.
Okay.
He pointed to the northeast.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah, he was pointing
hey,
in the right direction.
That's actually even better because that
I
means
apologize
it
if I messed
narrows
that up.
down.
No, it's just because
It's
we
totally
had,
good.
we had traveled that's what I was making sure with all the traveling, because we traveled like northeast, and we got captured and we moved. And
Yeah,
we did
we're just
east
trying to get our
traveling.
bearings.
Yeah, that's just all double check.
But no, you didn't misspeak. All right. Well,
Well, last that we, well, at least we think we heard of the mayor that we are looking for. He was heading in that direction. Perhaps if he was with your chieftain as well.
We
They could
cannot
be trying
enter
to-
the Heartwood anymore.
due to this creature.
The creature is. She steps in. The creature is difficult. It is one that protects the forest, and its mere presence causes corruption of the forest. It's kind of looking to destroy that which was destroyed that which defiled it. But in the process of doing that, it will destroy much more.
What else can you tell us of this creature, if any?
At least in our way, it is a culture of great. It is a creature of great destruction and curse. It is one that its coming is a signal of death and all sorts of other calamities. Animals run from it. Animals that were once peaceful will be aggressive. Parts of the forest that were once sacred will corrupt. Things that did not exist will exist and destroy the surrounding area. The purple musk plant was one such thing.
Sounds
And like I said, you can't even get to this creature or that area until you've killed creatures of its corruption.
Do we know any other locations for these corrupted creatures?
Well, the orcs know of many of the areas.
Barry kind of looks back at the rest of the party. It sounds like we know where we have to go now, at least. If not how.
But we might need to find more of these corrupted creatures, like she was mentioning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
that's what I was trying to ask before everything went shit. But yeah. Do we have any leads on any more of these creatures of corruption?
Well, you said you killed the plant creature, right?
Yes. That one has been taken care of.
Did you happen to find like a center?
We did. It's back in the village right now, but we collected and took the center and have it in a cauldron, essentially.
It would be much more useful if you had it here.
we can return to the village.
I imagine we could, because we could get it back from the village, and we could bring it here. We would just have to be careful because, as I said before, elves leave a bad taste right now in your mouth. I kind of look at the guy. The city is very scared of orcs. So we would just need
The big orc kind of goes, good. They should be.
rightfully so. Your fighting prowess is impressive, to say the very least. So,
Looking at the forces here, I'm confused. Why haven't you just overwhelmed the town?
We are dealing with many things on our front. These corrupted creatures attack us from all sides.
alright.
Okay, so would you allow a ceasefire with the town itself for the time being?
If I can play devil's advocate, I kind of look at Bosgrim for a second. While I think a lack of fighting would be preferable for both sides, just for casualty's sake, because there are now more soldiers in that town. Holding and maintaining a presence at the town might be beneficial, so they don't try to go on the offensive. Just to bring up that point. Because God forbid people from that town start going out into the forest instead of staying in their houses and make everything more complicated.
Well, at that same point, we can talk to Leorel, since we actually have dialogue here. She is also not from the town, and the soldiers could provide assistance if we can figure out how to work together with this problem.
That I would leave.
He kind of grunts and
to
kind of
you
goes like,
two.
why would I trust town?
It
You have already taken our chieftain. I have word of elf and word of dwarf. That means nothing. You want ceasefire? You invade home. You taken my chieftain. Why would I trust what you say now?
we don't expect you to trust on word. We would like to put into action.
So that's why we'll go get the core.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty sure we have some of the little plants, like, that were
Oh,
affected.
do you have any left of the petals and crap?
Oh yeah, I do have some of the petals.
She goes, do you say that?
Yeah.
Yeah,
She kind of goes, you have some of the petals?
yes, I have 2 of them here, and I'll, like, start pulling them out from the bag of holding.
May I have one?
By all means. You
She
can have
takes
both
it.
of them.
She goes, I only need the one for now. She kind of goes, I will study this later.
Of course.
You said you are beset by these creatures on all sides,
Yes.
and allow us the help.
You wish to kill creatures?
Yes.
That's technically what we were hired for.
That was our original mission before it got a little more complicated.
The woman kind of steps forward. She kind of goes like, we could also use the core, though. So, I think for the time being, if you could go get the core and bring it back to us as a show of good faith,
We'd be happy to.
then the bigger guy kind of steps forward. And bring blacksmith.
That's gonna
That
be
will be
really-
difficult.
Without turning the entire town against us as well, I don't know that we honestly could.
I thought you wanted peace.
We do.
But the townsmen are very against releasing that blacksmith.
Kind of turns towards
They're very afraid right now.
the woman. The woman kind of goes like, we could use a blacksmith. If you have one that's not wanted in your town, you could bring him to us. And I know that our father dealt with him in some way, shape, or form, but I don't know how exactly.
Congratulations.
I just
I'm a
like
blacksmith.
motion.
He is not only a healer, he is a blacksmith.
Well, if you would work in our blacksmithery for us, we would appreciate that.
Out of character, I hate the fact that you're our healer and also the blacksmith.
I know, right?
Because it's not like you're a DPS and we can just be like, yeah, just stay behind. We can manage with one less DPS. No,
Do I have to
you're our
start-
healer.
Do I have to start taking ranks in craft weapons and armor just so that way you don't have just the only blacksmith? I'm just gonna have a billion different skills.
No, you need to take that feat. Just 5 ranks in the skill.
Yeah, open mind again. I already took it once.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
If we can... This is why I also proposed a ceasefire.
Ragnar kind of, or the bigger half orc just kind of, or the bigger orc just kind of goes like, your proposal, I don't like.
That's okay.
You may not like the town, you may hold the town responsible,
The town is responsible.
but they are in the same situation.
No,
as you
they are not. They are
Wait.
the provokers. They have done this. They are the ones at fault.
And they also think that you have
I don't care what they think.
spirited away their, not only their mayor, but their scouts as well. Who would
They are
miss-
liars. Congratulations. Elves are liars.
Well, normally I would agree with you. It's strange that in the same situation, both your chieftain and the mayor, who apparently were on at least some form of good terms before this, and the scouts from the city, were any of your scouts also just mysteriously gone alongside your chieftain?
Yes.
It all
So
lines
it
up a
sounds-
little bit too closely.
Yes, the elf did this.
Speaking along those lines, we have been in contact with David, the half-orc blacksmith.
Is that his name?
That's what he told us.
That's the bad orc name.
It does seem rather human, but I wasn't going to question what he told me.
That is a terrible name.
It's a fairly standard human name.
Yeah, that's what's terrible with it.
That's what you're saying.
It's boring. Anyway, he said he would
Very
not-
vanilla.
He said he would not talk with anyone in the town until he got reassurances that the town's mayor was dead.
He will be.
Well, yes, but that also leads me to believe that that blacksmith knows a little bit of something of what
So
the
get him
mayor
out.
was doing. We've been trying. For the last few days, that's all we've been trying to do.
Do you have any sort of proof that the mayor of the town was working with you?
We have my father.
But he didn't like write up. With him being an elf and a mayor, he might have written up some sort of contract.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't read.
It was just so that we could prove to them that the blacksmith had helped you because it was what the mayor had wanted. Because
What
if we
is
can
the
prove
name?
that,
Mel
then we
steps
can get
forward
the
and kind of
blacksmith
goes,
out.
I don't know if there was some sort of contract or not. Unfortunately, most of these dealings were done very secretive, and only my brother and myself were really privy to these.
Or maybe one other. That letter that Bitch Face has now. That might be our proof. If somebody had let the orcs in privately, it might have been the mayor. The mayor might have had them sneak in the dead of night to take care of the Purple Musk.
Yeah,
Unless-
but the problem is on that letter it doesn't prove that it was the mayor that told them. It just says that
the orcs here sent two down in there in order to help take care of it.
And it's an orcish, and it's all circumstantial. It's not hard evidence to the town.
Damn it.
Let us return to the town and get the core of the purple musk. Do you need the full core, or would half of it work? If we could even.
Don't break it.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what that would do to it.
Not good things. When I initially touched the core, I saw a flash of creature.
You probably saw the Markodon.
Oh. That would explain a lot.
Do these other creatures that it summons have any mind corrupting essence to them, or
All of them that would be brought forth by this creature, all are very different corrupted elements of nature. You would be... The creatures that exist because of it are deformed, corrupted, terrifying versions of whatever they are. Each of them dangerous in their own rights, all of them with a core of some sort.
Are you aware of the soldier to the south?
Yes. My brother and I have talked to him several times.
Okay. Oh, yes. That would.
But just to make sure it's clear, neither of these are what anyone would consider old orcs. These two right here.
They're very young.
Yeah, okay. Because he had talked about how he had saw the mayor heading from where he was to the southeast.
Well, my father has talked to him too in the past.
Okay, because he had spoken with the mayor apparently, and he saw the mayor going towards where, the Heartwood is. So that was the last time he had seen him. So
I don't know what that would mean, but I know that they went towards that area. But again, getting to the Heartwood right now is nigh impossible.
but this might have been a while back, probably about
It
the
very
time
well
everyone
could be.
disappeared.
Perhaps if we approached this individual again and asked if there was a orc with the man we asked, because he just said there were others with him.
No, he said there was a very old orc.
That came at a different point.
But he talked about talking to a very old orc.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. If they were at the same time, last time,
I mean, what new information would that gain us?
that they were working together and we can stop this stupid
I
faux war.
I don't think we're gonna convince the town until we have the mayor.
No, but we can convince Leoril.
We don't need to do much convincing.
Yeah, and we can also relieve pressure on the town, which is Leoril's primary objective.
Right now we need to get the core.
Yeah, if we get the
Yes,
core, then
but
that'll
What I'm saying is we can try to do both. You have
That's
scouts
gonna-
that know where this man is, correct?
Yes.
Did you ask and see if your chieftain was perhaps accompanying this elf when they went? While we go and get the core, it should be another day or two before we can even get back.
I will go down and talk to him myself. He's not privy on talking to many people.
We witnessed that firsthand. Oh, can I ask that you do please not attack the town until we return?
Until we return, I look at Bosgrim.
That's what I said, until we return.
No, but I mean because you're gonna help them blacksmithing.
I don't know if we can travel 2 days without a healer.
And let's face it, if you come out of that tree line with a entourage of orcs,
Wait, what?
let's say you get escorted back to the city by an entourage of
If you want to
orcs.
take quickest way back to city, you will need an escort. There are orcs in the tree line. If they find you, they will attack you.
Point of case. and then you say, hey, our dwarf stayed behind for this. I mean, you can say I'm here for collateral. That might be.
You see the big orc. He just kind of goes like, Vash, Nash. And he points to these two. You will accompany them back to the town. He just kind of like nod. You notice they look like two orcs with great bows.
And now
Your handiwork 2 nights ago.
One of them, they both look at each other. Goes,
It actually says most orcs speak common in the monster manual.
yeah, but these aren't normal orcs. They speak a different language.
are they like the special looking ones with the milky eyes and whatnot?
Yep.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, they don't speak common.
So they just like shrug.
If I may ask, what sets them apart from you? And I point to the two.
What do you mean?
The headband and stuff. Or
The
item.
eyes, the different color palette. They're different traits. Subtle.
Better.
What makes them better?
They're better orcs.
I didn't realize there was a superior type of orc and a worse type of orc.
There are orcs that are gifted. We are such orcs.
Ah, interesting.
As it stands, if you have an escort, I can stay behind and start working on equipment and basically the same thing I was doing in the town. This is a mess.
Mm-hmm. I'm not telling anyone in that town that we found this orc camp.
That would be wise.
To be fair, the town knows about the orc camp.
No, but that we're currently collaborating with them.
Oh, no, that's fair.
We'll see if we can arrange some sort of agreement. Because if we can stop the attacks on the town, Leoril's men can be a great help out here.
We don't
I'm
need
not
to.
trusting humans in my forest.
We're not. We don't need to do that. That can be something. If later down the line we find out that there's some of those creatures, I don't know, to the north in the Goblin area, then that could be something different that we attack with the town itself.
To be
So-
quite fair, I can assist to train people to make traps so that way they can protect themselves from
No,
these.
we don't need to do anything like that. We don't need to do anything like making the town better equipped or anything like that. No, let's just.
I was
Talking
meaning the
about
orcs.
after. Oh.
If the orcs are being attacked, I can at least assist with them protecting themselves.
Oh, no,
And
that's
when I'm
something-
not at the forge, I can help heal wounded as well. It sounds like we've got jobs to do at least, so whatever we're going to do, let's start.
Well, at this rate, I don't want to go back into the town and have to lie about where you guys are.
You are just kind of goes like, we don't have to lie. You just tell Luril.
Yeah, but if we run into Rule,
We don't.
Well, it goes. They were captured. We were captured.
that all includes lying.
Look, all we have to do is get to Luril. If we get to Luril first, I think Luril could help us.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
don't have to lie to anybody. Luril has literally told us that she will back us up.
Yeah.
So if we get to Leo, all we have to do is avoid Rule, get to Luril, and just use Luril as our little shield to piss everybody else off, and then we can sneak out of town.
Yeah. Well, do just you and I want to go back to town then, and you stay behind and also assist?
I can attempt to, I suppose.
It's up to you. It's just the less people you have sneaking, the better.
Well, if the plan is to do some sneaking,
And there's only 2 people you want to take.
I'm the talky one.
Look, we can get into town, no problem. If we get to Leorill before Rule, we'll be fine. We just gotta get there and
Yeah, just
get in.
use Leorill as shield. You have to talk to Leorill. That's how you find out all
Yeah.
your info.
You will either just walk by her. You've got more important shit to do with.
Or like questions to Leorill. She knows everything. That's what you do. That's not lying. She does have everything. And Leorill can do the lying for us.
Well, let's head back then. Whoever's gonna head back, we can head back.
the Varkanen was like, I'll go with you, along with these two.
Sounds good.
So I guess I'll stay behind and help you out in the blacksmithing.
Can I have my axe back?
He motions over one of the guys, takes off the bag, and just kind of dumps your weapons out. And just kind of goes like, sure.
I just picked my stuff back up.
I
Thank you.
grabbed my 5 things. 6 things, I think it was.
I'll grab my shit too. I'll say, if there's creatures attacking, will you be able to find your way back to the city? Town?
Huh?
Will you be able to find your way back to the town if I do not attend with you?
Vosh and Nash will make sure they get back.
Yeah. We'll have assistance.
They're gonna stay in the tree line, aren't they?
I imagine so.
I mean, once you get
They're
to the
not
tree
going
line,
into
it's
the city.
Yeah.
yeah. Once you get to the tree line, it's a straight shot to the town.
Figured.
If they get lost at that point, that's on their own damn fault.
I would
Takes the fastest carriage out of town.
just leaves. Alright, well, let's try to make good time. The sooner that we get this core, the sooner we can start addressing the other problems. So,
Godspeed.
All right.
good God.
I think that's a good time to call it.
I was gonna ask, yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good, like, crust to it. Do you want to do an outro thingy before we turn it off? Or meh?
Bum, bum, bum.
That's why I need
Everything's
that as a
fucked.
soundbite.
Splitting the party, guys. Such a great idea.